Many people have misconceptions about what mediums or intuitives really do. So here to dispel some of the myths for us is medium Deb Levine. Welcome, Deb. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we were just talking a little bit about this, and while this is a huge world and there are a lot of different things that you could dive into, let's start by telling everybody what it is that you do as a medium and an intuitive.
Well, as a medium, the role I have is spirit communications. So I will meet with a client and there is the potential to bring through messages from their loved ones that have passed. But that's just a very small piece of what I do. I think a lot of folks assume that if you meet with a medium, that's all that's going to happen. But the other hat that I wear, so to speak, is the intuitive hat, which means I will speak about you, what's happening currently in your life, on your life path. I can go all the way back into childhood and speak about what happened as a kid. But the only reason I do that is to focus on ways that you can move yourself forward on your own self-development and self-healing journey.
I love that. And we chatted a little bit before, and I said something about it's almost like if you were going to see a friend.
Exactly.
And this friend helps you kind of talk through some things, kind of work through some things. And like you said, you're a mirror. You reflect back what people need to maybe hear or see or know. So what are some other myths that maybe people who haven't worked with a medium or an intuitive, what are some of the big myths that you're like, no, this is not what it is. What it actually is?
Well, I think a lot of people, first off, may intend to book with me, assuming that I am going to, like I have a direct connect, like I have a direct line to what I call the spirit world. I will often get emails from potential clients saying, I just lost my father, 3 months ago, and I'm hoping to connect with him, so I want to book with you. And I am very forthcoming, and I let people know that there is never a guarantee that when you come in, or if you're working with me over Zoom, because I work on Zoom and in person, there is never a guarantee that you're going to hear from a specific loved one in spirit.
Okay.
The spirit world works with our needs, not our wants. And I always say the spirit world knows better for us what we need than what we think we need for ourselves. So if someone comes in wanting or hoping to hear from someone specific, they may not actually hear from that person. They may hear from a different loved one in spirit. But the person that's coming through, or the people, can be multiple loved ones. The people that are coming through in spirit are those that know that my client needs something specific from them, a certain message to hear. Does that make sense?
It definitely does, yeah. And like you were saying earlier, I might mess this up, all mediums are intuitives,
correct,
but not all intuitives are mediums.
That's correct. So as an intuitive, that means I'm connecting with you and your energy. I'm talking about what's happening in your life. Like I said, I can go back into childhood. When I'm connecting with you, if I can connect with you, we're on the same physical plane, right? Well, if I can connect with you, then I have to sort of raise my energy, or my vibration, if you will, to connect with the energy of someone that is no longer here in their physical body.
Right.
So as a medium, that's what I'm doing. I'm having to raise my energy. So all mediums are intuitive, but not all people that are intuitive, not all people that are working with someone else's energy here in the physical are able to connect with those spirits that are no longer here.
Gotcha. And you've done a lot of work on this yourself, many, many years, so that you could bring this to other people and you can help other people with this.
That's correct.
And so when someone books a Zoom call with you, so it's obviously going to be a little bit different than in person, but what can they expect on that Zoom call?
It's actually, it's not entirely different in person. I mean, the energy is, maybe for someone that's live with me, it may be felt in a different way. But essentially the first few minutes, I give an introduction of what it is that someone can expect. And like I say, I never know exactly what's going to happen, but meaning what could potentially happen, which is what we just talked about. And then I let my client know what participation is required of them, because it's like a triangle of energy, if you will. It's your energy, the client, mine, and the energy of the spirit world. And then we just get right into it. And again, I say it's almost like if you were going to be in a Broadway play, but it was a one-act play. No one gave you a script. All of a sudden the curtain opens and they're like, if no one gave you your notes today and you're just like, go ahead, you have no idea who the guest is and you just have to start talking. That's what happens during a session. I just know, and I have faith and trust that the spirit world's going to deliver for my client what it is they need.
Wow. This sounds absolutely incredible. This sounds like something that maybe all of us need, even if we don't know we need it. This is really, really cool. And thank you for kind of dispelling some of those myths. So for everybody out there who maybe is thinking, hey, yeah, I do need this, how do they get in contact with you to work with you?
Best way, my website is thesoulwisdom.com, THE, soul wisdom, all one word. That's the best way to find me, and all my other information is on there. Social media, I'm at Soul Wisdom AZ.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So really, really quickly, before people come in to work with you, what should they do? Is there anything they need to do?
That's a great question. Most important thing is to remain open, and again, to sort of expect the unexpected, but the more open you are to receive, the more you will receive. It's normal to have a little anxiety, totally normal, but the more open you can be, the better the result, so to speak.
That is so cool. Well, Deb, thank you so much. It was great to talk to you.
It was great to talk to you.
Guys, stick around. We have more of The Mix after this.